Hi, I'm Hany, owner, founder of Hany's Harvest Fire Ciders, and I have a very special guest with me today, Niña, who is a health coach as well as a dear friend of ours right here in Catskill. And she's joining us today to talk a little bit about her take on the ingredients found in our products as well as how she uses them. For those of you who might be just joining us, new on the Fire Cider journey, Fire Cider is a formula of apple cider vinegar infused with different superfoods such as onion, garlic, ginger, horseradish. We also use turmeric in ours, and it's been used as digestive, respiratory aid, as support for immune function. And when I say that, I have to add the standard disclaimer here that our product is not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Guess why you need this disclaimer?
Please tell us, Nina.
And why FDA does not approve this statement?
Why don't they approve?
Because every herb in every food has hundreds of biochemical compounds, and it's very difficult to do clear scientific research to prove that this is treating or not treating ABC.
So could you say, in other words, the FDI likes to talk about specific compounds versus food as a whole?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. People are using these foods and these herbs in their lifestyle, in their diet, and they are experiencing a certain effect.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Apparently, onions and garlics were the first cultivated crops. And people started cultivating these vegetables 3,500 years BC.
Wow. Back when we were largely still a hunter-gatherer.
They were like, oh, they found these foods,
Yeah.
they liked it, they noticed that they do a lot of good for you, and they started cultivating it, and they figured out the way to conserve them through the winter. And they noticed that if they consume these foods, that they get sick less and they recover faster if they get sick. Turmeric, by many, argued to be the most powerful healing herb.
The most powerful. I know it has a great reputation, but that's quite the title.
But it has to be used together with black pepper. They work as a team. Pepper works as turmeric is not exactly bioavailable.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, when you swallow it, it doesn't mean that it's working for you. Black pepper helps us to extract this goodness, this healing compounds from turmeric, and it also helps to transport nutrients throughout your body.
In other words, it's an activator compound.
Activator, exactly. And ginger does the same. Ginger and turmeric, they belong to the same group of plants, and the active ingredients there is curcumin.
Mm-hmm.
Active ingredient of black pepper is pepperin, and this team works together.
Yellow onion has a compound called quercetin, which also can assist in the bioavailability of the curcumin, which is the active ingredient in the turmeric.
And quercetin by itself, also very, very healing biochemical compound. You probably have seen quercetin in food stores.
They sell capsules of quercetin. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Usually they recommend it for people who have allergies. They recommend it for people with different gut issues. We don't want to claim that it's a remedy, but it's a
functional ingredient.
Food. It's a functional ingredient which works synergetically with other foods and other ingredients. Also, garlic and onion, they have a compound called allicin, which has antibacterial and antifungal properties and antiviral properties.
So an immune powerhouse.
It really is. It really is. And also I have to know that you have a perfect way of extraction.
Oh yeah?
Because you can't really eat these foods raw.
Mm-hmm.
And when you cook them, they lose their healing properties. But when you extract them in vinegar, and vinegar adds availability to this food.
And that's one of the things that we say is it's raw, and that's when you have the enzymes have not been broken down by heat yet. The nutrients have not been broken down by heat yet, so it's the most usable as well.
Yeah, but this like vinegar extraction makes all these enzymes and all this goodness more bioavailable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt your stomach.
No.
I can't really eat raw garlic or raw onion and raw ginger, but I really enjoy this infusion.
Oh, interesting. I can eat all those things raw, but that's good to hear that it does. And that's what we tell a lot of our customers is, a lot of these ingredients are too intense on their own. But when you put them together, it's a lot more palatable.
I believe that you add a little bit of fire cider on your salad as a dressing, on your stew, or in your soup. It just makes everything very absolutely delicious. A wonderful property of this magic drink is it helps digestion. Apple cider vinegar and ginger, they both help digestion. So not only it will help you to extract goodness from the ingredients, but it also will help you to extract all the goodness from your food.
So getting it out of the ingredients into the vinegar and then getting it out of the fire cider into your system.
Oh, no, just simple thing, like if you add vinegar on your stew and in your soup, it will help you to break down proteins. Now, proteins are especially in fashion. Everybody talks about proteins.
I am a fan of proteins.
It's one thing to eat a protein, but the next thing is to
Absorb
break
it.
down these
Right.
proteins and absorb it. So
Yeah.
vinegar and lemon and horseradish and ginger will help you to break down and absorb these proteins.
That's a very interesting point. We're always told this food has this, this, and this, but it's worthless. It's useless to you if your body can't use it properly.
It still has some use, but you will get more use out of it.
More use, relatively, yes.
If you support your digestive fire. And maybe you don't need a whole bunch of other food supplements, which many people are using.
Yeah.
Right? If you have good digestive power and you have good food on your plate, you help support your digestive system and you get all the goodness from your food.
And the other thing that brings up to me is, when you're getting that nutrition out of food, you eat less, right? A lot of the reason why we might overeat is because the body is not getting what it needs from the food that you are eating. So
Exactly.
it's kind of an indirect way where it might help with someone who is trying to have a certain dietary regime, a certain weight control.
Guess what? Many of these ingredients are believed to support blood sugar regulation. When you support healthy blood sugar, your body regulates your appetite. It helps you to get rid of excess weight. I would like to tell your listeners to use fire ciders in winter. First of all, it's from the point of view of Oriental medicine and Ayurvedic medicine. It adds fire to your system. It's warming food. Also, it will help you to be more resilient to all these viruses which are flying around. A lot of people whom I know get sick, and somehow you don't get sick. I guess it has something to do with your fire ciders.
Could be.
I also don't get sick because I use it all the time. Maybe.
We're not making that claim, but just maybe.
Absolutely. But anyway, it's absolutely delicious.
Well, thank you so much, Nina. Appreciate you coming. Let's go do a shot of fire cider together.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay well.